Hi, how are you doing? This week, it's story time. But first, some music. Watch this video and tell me what's happening in your mind at the end of this song.
Sad, happy, how are you feeling after that? Today is about the power of stories in life, in business, leadership, everywhere. Stories are powerful, they're not just for kids, and all good influencers know that. But first, did you learn anything last week? What techniques are great to help overcome nervousness? What can we do to prevent things going wrong before a speech or a presentation? Did you notice that most of those problems could be fixed with 5 simple solutions? There we go, some of the 4 Ps. And have a bottle of water with you. Or if you're putting on an event, make sure there are jugs of water there for your guest speakers. If you're telling an emotional story and you feel yourself cracking up, grab the water bottle. It makes for a natural break. It gives you a chance to change state and catch your breath without falling apart. By the way, there's nothing wrong with a few tears. It's a very powerful way of connecting with your audience. And as for persuasion, think about it. Kids are brilliant at it, as are some adults. And how about the shaky leg syndrome? This used to be me, both when I was a nervous kid and then when I went through an anxiety patch, that time I was telling you about in the first video. You think you can't control the shaking, but the secret is easy. Just use the muscles in your leg. I wish I'd known this when I was a kid. Stand up, take a few steps, walk around. Your leg can't shake when you're using the muscles for something else. It's amazing how powerful distraction or doing something different can be. If you sit there shaking, you'll carry on shaking. If you get up and move, you'll make progress. And what about the annoying, difficult question? Or even worse, the heckler? Let's start with a difficult question. If you stop to answer it, it will interrupt your flow. It might mess up your structure. If you were nervous before, it'll make you nervous again. And we don't want that. So, here's a solution. Memorize these 6 magic words. Are you ready? Thank you. I'll take questions later. Go on, say it out loud. Go on. Thank you. I'll take questions later. I can't hear you. All right, what about the hecklers? That's possibly worse, right? In the real world, if you're hosting an event or if you're giving a report and somebody shouts stuff out. Let's take some expert advice here from a very old friend of mine, Graham Davies. I mean very old. We were at Hogwarts together. This is his book. He's probably the best paid non-celebrity speaker in Britain. He coaches business leaders, government ministers, and even a prime minister or two. At business events, he often has to deal with hecklers, and his advice is this: don't try and be funny back. When stand-up comedians do it, it's not random. It's very well prepared. Graham's a professional. He's even quite funny sometimes, so he does. But he will have a pile of cue cards. Who knows, maybe he's progressed to a tablet now. But he prepares maybe 30 put-downs for each event. A different put-down for a different kind of heckle. Don't ever try to improvise a put-down. It usually makes you look bad. The most famous example is Kramer from Seinfeld. Look it up. I'm not going to repeat his words. But it ruined his career. My suggestion to you, if somebody heckles or interrupts, try these 6 magic words. Repeat after me. Thank you. I'll take questions later. Finally, the one you've all been waiting for, 7-Eleven. Let's do one. 7 seconds in. And 11 seconds slowly out. Okay, are you all relaxed now? Remember, fear is in the eye of the beholder, but you can choose to be in control. Oh no, you're all stressed again. Quick, quick, do a 7-Eleven, deep breath. Take control. And let's get back to the story. Yes, this is a real book. See, storytelling's not just for kids. Actually, this book is so good, I borrowed little bits of it to explain a bit more to you. Do you need to raise money? Do you need to build customer loyalty? Do you need to get people together around a goal? Do you need to change your customer behavior? Do you need to inspire your team? A story is just another way of delivering information, like a running sheet in special events, an itinerary for tour operators, or a menu at the bar or restaurant, or an essay, but it's a lot more fun than an essay. And have you noticed now, even menus have little stories attached to them, where your roast chicken grew up, who brewed the gin, why your fries are in a bucket, and your farm-fresh broccoli in a jam jar. You've noticed the hipsters have rather latched on to storytelling and reinvigorated the restaurant industry. Let's hear it for the hipster, everybody. Let me see those tats. Stories make information engaging, meaningful, relevant, and easy to remember. Stories affect you physically, intellectually, emotionally. They get inside your head. They get inside your eyeballs. They literally change your physiology. I mean, some stories make you shudder and shake and make weird noises called laughter. Some stories make water globules form inside your eyes and trickle down your face. And is this just a psychology lesson, or is this serious business?
Do you ever get letters? I still sometimes get letters, things written on paper in a thing called an envelope, or an envelope, depending on your accent. I know you've got an accent. I don't have an accent, right? Okay, one of them was like this.
This is probably a true story, and I feel huge empathy for Miriam. But you guessed it, right? The rest of the letter asked me for money, $32 to be precise. And this time I sent it, and I accepted the nice bag with butterflies on it. So the story worked. But please don't send me any more sob stories. I'm not as nice as I used to be. That's not true. I'm so nice I'm going to give you a break. Come back in 15 minutes and we'll make some drugs together.